Derive an expression for the velocity of sound which may depends upon the modulus of elasticity and as well as it depends upon the density of the substance. In the options they raise the power. So here V is directly proportional to V depends upon. So V is directly proportional to modulus of elasticity. They given the symbol for the modulus of elasticity as an E and density of the substance as D. Okay, and they raise the power here. I am going to take the power, raise the power constant A as well as B. We need to find the dimensional formula for this equation now. Velocity is equal to displacement by time. So what is displacement? What is the dimensional formula for displacement? Dimensional formula for displacement is nothing but length and time is t. Okay, time is t. So this can be written as L t minus 1. Okay, so for velocity the dimensional formula is L t minus 1. And here we are not having mass, so I am going to represent the mass as in 0 is equal to, now we want to find E. E is nothing but Young's modulus. It is modulus of elasticity. So modulus of elasticity E is equal to stress divided by strain. Dimensional formula is for strain is 0 and stress force per unit area. Force mass into acceleration, so mass m, acceleration is L t minus 2 divided by area length square. This can be written as now m L minus 1 t minus 2. So here modulus of elasticity m L minus 1 t minus 2 to the power A. Now D is nothing but density of the substance. Density of the substance is density is equal to mass by volume. So mass m, dimensional formula for your mass is m and volume, okay, that is length q. So this can be written as now m L minus 3 B to the raised power here B. Now substitute these values. This can be written as m 0 L t minus 1 is equal to, I am going to this power I am going to take inside, that is m a L minus a t minus 2a and next one m power b and L minus 3b. Okay, here in this equation the bases are same. Okay, so we can write here as m0 L t minus 1 is equal to m, bases are same, so m a plus b, we need to add. So if the bases is same, we need to add this one. And L minus a minus 3b and as well as for t minus 2a. Okay, this can be written as now equate this equation. Here the power is 0, for mass the power is 0, so 0 is equal to, I am going to equate the powers. So 0 is equal to a plus b. So b is equal to here minus a. And second one, L I am going to equate. Here this L, so L power can be written as L power 1. So L power 1 is 1. Here we are having power 1. 1 is equal to minus a minus 3b. Okay. And here I am going to substitute b is equal to minus a in this equation. So minus a minus 3 into for b minus a. Now this can be written as minus a minus minus plus, so plus 3a. So this is 2a. Now a is equal to 1 by 2. So we found out here now a value. Our aim is to find the b value now. Now you substitute in this equation. We know that b is equal to minus a. So b is equal to here minus 1 by 2. So now we found out a value as well as b value. Now you substitute in this equation, that is v is directly proportional to e power a, the constant a, we are getting the value as an 1 by 2, and d power b, the constant b, we are getting minus 1 by 2. This is the answer. So what is the option here? Velocity is directly proportional to Young's modulus power 1 by 2 and density power minus 1 by 2. So the option 1 is right. A photon moving with the velocity 2.5 into 10 power 7 meter per second enters the magnetic field intensity 2.5 Tesla, making an angle 30 degree with the magnetic field. What is the force of the photon is? Okay. The formula solution. Formula F is equal to Q V B sin theta. V is the velocity of the photon moving here, and B is the magnetic field intensity, and theta they given the value is in 30 degree. So what is the given value here? Given magnetic field intensity B is equal to 2.5 Tesla. And velocity of the photon V they given 2.5 into 10 power 7 and theta value is 30 degree. Now you substitute in this equation. F is equal to Q charge of an electron or photon. Charge of an photon is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. This you want to remind in your mind. Charge of an electron or photon is Q is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. So Q is equal to here 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 into velocity they given the velocity as an 2.5 into 10 power 7 and as well as B value magnetic field intensity B is equal to 2.5 and theta value sin 30 degree. Sin 30 is nothing but 1 by 2. So here force is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 into 2.5 into 10 power 7 into 2.5 into 1 by 2. Now 10 power minus 19, 10 power 7. So this can be written as 1.6 into 2.5 into 2.5 into 1 by 2 is equal to 10 power minus 12. Now if you multiply and divide this equation, you will get 5 into 10 power 12 Newton. So the option is here 5 into 10 power minus 12 Newton. An electron changes its position from orbit n is equal to 4 to the orbit n is equal to 2 of an atom. The wavelength of the emitted radiation is. So here they given n is equal to 4, upper energy state as 4 and n is equal to 2, lower energy state as 2. So this is N1 and this one is upper energy state, we are going to take that is an N2. When an electron takes transition from upper energy level to lower energy state, what is the wavelength emitter they are asking. So according to the Rydberg constant, the formula 1 by lambda is equal to R 1 minus 1 n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Okay. 1 by lambda is equal to r. Here n1 is equal to 2. So 2 square minus n2 is equal to 4. So 4 square. R is equal to 1 by 4 minus 1 by 16. Now take LCM. So when you are taking LCM, we will get 1 by lambda is equal to R. Here 4 minus 1 divided by 16. Taking LCM here. And R, that is 3 by 16. This is 1 by lambda. They are asking the wavelength of an emitted radiation, lambda value. So it is a reciprocal. So lambda is equal to 16 divided by 3R. So option 2 is the correct answer. Lambda is equal to 16 divided by 3R.
Reason for white fumes around the anhydrous aluminum chloride. AlCl3, which absorb the moisture in the atmosphere, which leads to the formation of aluminum hydroxide plus HCl gas. This HCl gas is the reason for white fumes around the anhydrous aluminum chloride. So the answer is absorption of moisture, which leads to the formation of HCl gas. So the correct answer is option 3. Choose the correct order of catenation. Carbon has a unique character to form a bond with another carbon atoms. This is reason for the many number of cyclic compounds formation. So when down the group, the size of the element which is increases. So the catenation property decreases. When down the group, the metallic character also increases. This catenation is a property of non-metallic character. So here the order is carbon, sulfur, germanium, tin. So when down the group, the catenation property decreases. In this reaction, a carboxylic acid having an alpha hydrogen, that is RCH2COOH. This is a alpha hydrogenated carboxylic acid which is treated with chlorine or bromine in presence of red phosphorus, which leads to the formation of CH X equal to chlorine or bromine equal to bond COH. We will get a alpha halogenated carboxylic acid. Here hydrogen halide releases. So the answer is Hell-Volhard-Zelensky reaction.
Match the items in column A and column B and choose the correct answer. Column A, they are given ladybird, mycorrhiza, biological control, biogas. You have to match it with the column B. Let's see, ladybird. You know ladybird, you have seen ladybird in your field. So it's a beetle. Usually it's a beetle. In agriculture it is used to It's used as a predator. Predator of what? Aphids. This is aphids. Aphids are sucking pest which will transfer the viruses into the plants. Potato, beans, many crops, it will cause us damages. So ladybird beetle can be matched with aphids. Second one is mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza is a symbiotic relationship between fungus and plant root. So it is a fungus. Mostly the family of Glomus genus forms the mycorrhiza. Then what is the role of mycorrhiza? It will mobilize the phosphorus in the soil and make it available to the plants. Next one is biological control. In agriculture, to control the pests and diseases, they will use many chemical methods, mechanical methods also there. In case of biological control, trichoderma is famously used. The next thing is biogas. What is biogas? The production of gas using microbial activity. Majorly, biogas consists of methane. The other gases also present like carbon dioxide, hydrogen also there. But majorly, methane is present. The bacteria which involved in the production of biogas is called methanobacterium. Let's match this. You can get this as your answer. Arrange the following process in the sequences used in rDNA technology. What do you mean by rDNA technology? Recombinant DNA technology. What do you mean by recombinant DNA technology? Combination of two different DNA into a one DNA. That a resulted DNA is called as recombinant DNA. This technology is also called as genetic engineering. Genetic engineering, okay. They have given us statements. We have to arrange it orderly. Let's see one by one. To demonstrate this technology, we need a gene of interest from the foreign DNA. Plasmids. Plasmids usually E. coli will be used. These are extracircular DNA rings present in the bacteria and restriction endonuclease enzyme. What is the purpose of restriction endonuclease enzyme? It will act as a molecular scissors. It will cut the DNA at a specific points. Okay, and we will get a desired DNA fragments. And DNA ligase. What is the purpose of DNA ligase? It will join the cutted DNA portions. First, we have to extract the gene of interest from the desired foreign DNA. It can be a man, plant, animal, whatever it may be. After that, we have to use the restriction endonuclease enzyme to cut the portion of the DNAs. After that, we have to connect it with the plasmids, and the resulted will be a rDNA, recombinant DNA. This recombinant DNA will be inserted into the desired host depending upon the purpose of the program. Whether it can be a vaccine production, it can be a hormone production, it can be a genetically modified crop. So after that, there is also many methods to the injection. That is a micro injection method is there, particle bombardment measure is there. So after that, the recombinant DNA will be inserted into the host. The host will undergo different transformations. Given below are a few statements regarding somatic hybridization. Choose the correct statements. So before we are getting into this topic, you have to know what is somatic hybridization. Somatic hybridization means fusion of two different plant cells to get a hybrid. The resulted hybrid will have the characteristics of both the plants. So let's consider the first statement. Protoplast of different cells of the same plants are fused. What are the use of fusing the same plant? There is no need of fusing the same plant. We have to fuse the two different plants. So you can easily eliminate the first statement because of the word same plant. Okay. So you can eliminate the two options. Three options you can eliminate. By knowing a single statement, you can know the answer. But we have to know the other options too. The protoplast. Okay, what do you mean by protoplast? Protoplast means a cell without a cell wall. Then what is the need of a cell without a cell wall? So it will be useful for a easy fusion. It will facilitate the fusion. So a cell without a cell wall will be preferred in this somatic hybridization. So, if a cell without a cell wall is needed, the cell must be treated with the enzymes called cellulase and pectinase. It will digest the cell wall. So, protoplast from the cells of different plant species can be fused. This is correct. The treatment of the cells with the cellulase and pectinase is mandatory. As we have seen, this is mandatory for the digestion of the cell walls. The hybrid protoplast contains the characters of only one parent protoplast. No, it will definitely have the characteristics of both the plants. So, you can also eliminate this. So, you can get the answer of 2 and 3.
Choose the correct sequence regarding the decomposition process. So, before entering the option, we must know what is decomposition and what are its major steps. First, decomposition is the natural process through which the complex substances is converted into simple substances, and the organisms which are involved in the decompositions are called as decomposers. And some examples of decomposers are bacteria and fungi. So, there are majorly 5 steps in decomposition, and the first step is fragmentation, in which fragmentation, the larger particles gets fragmented into smaller particles with the help of detriose. So, in this diagram we can see this leaf when fall from the tree, with the help of the detriose like earthworm and some fungi and some worms, it is get fragmented into smaller particles. So, after fragmentation it get leaching. So, second step is leaching. It is also called as eluviation. In this leaching process, some of the nutrients, that is water soluble nutrients which is present in this particles, which is get leached into the soil and dissolved in the water. So, this process is called as leaching. And the third process, which is called as catabolism. In catabolism, the complex materials are get converted into simple materials by the release of the enzymes of the microbes. So, by the release of the enzymes, the complex substances gets converted into simpler substances in catabolism. So, fourth step of decomposition is humidification. In humidification, the humus gets formed. First, humus means it is a dark colored amorphous particle. It is a dark colored amorphous particle, and this humus is highly rich in nutrient. So, the process of creation of humus is called as humidification. And fifth point is mineralization. In this mineralization, the humus which is formed in humidification process gets degraded. So, the correct order of sequence of the steps occurs in a decomposition process. First step is fragmentation, and second is leaching, and third is catabolism, and fourth is humidification, and fifth is mineralization.
The approximate amount of filtrate formed in healthy human kidneys per minute is, the options are 125 liters per minute, 180 ml per minute, 1.5 liters per minute and 125 ml per minute. So, here we have to see, they have asked about amount of filtrate formed in healthy human kidneys per minute, which is also known as GFR, that is glomerular filtration rate. So the definition of glomerular filtration rate is amount of filtrate formed in human kidneys per minute. So the answer will be either 125 ml per minute or 180 liters per day. So you have to check the options whether the options have these numericals. So we can see the option has 125 ml per minute. Option 4 is right answer. There are certain values you have to remember in excretory system. You can see here. So glomerular filtration rate is 125 ml per minute and 180 liters per day. Next, amount of urine excreted per day, excreted out, which is 1 to 1.5 liters per day. Okay. Next, amount of blood filtered per minute by each kidney. By the kidneys, amount of blood filtered by the kidneys will be 1100 to 1200 ml of blood. So you have to know the difference between these values. And the answer for this question will be answer option 4, 125 ml per minute. Which of the following bone is not included in axial skeleton? Not included in axial skeleton. So the options will be hyoid bone, thoracic vertebra, coxal bone and ear ossicles. Here the answer is coxal bone. So we'll discuss about it with the diagram. Okay. We all know that the skeletal system is divided into axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. In axial skeleton we have the core bones which involves skull. Okay. Skull, vertebra, ribs and sternum, and along with that we also have hyoid bone and ear ossicles. So all these bones come under axial skeleton, the axis part. Okay. Next, appendicular skeleton. Appendicular skeleton consists of the supporting bones, that is appendages means support, which includes the bones of the upper limb and the lower limb, along with that pectoral girdle and pelvic girdle. So what is coxal bone? Coxal bone is the other name for hip bone. So hip bone comes in pelvic girdle, and pelvic girdle is a part of appendicular skeleton. So it is not a part of axial skeleton. Thus the answer will be option 3, coxal bone.